And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We're bringing you AAA baseball in the Pacific Coast League. It's the Sacramento River Cats and the Oklahoma City Comets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Coming up on the first pitch, today's starting pitcher, Landon Knapp. Quite the strikeout to walk ratio he's posted this season, better than 4-1. That is elite control, and it usually leads to a whole lot of success when you can avoid beating yourself with walks. Obviously, you need to limit hits as well, but he's shown some high-level skills on the mound. Fly ball out to right. Tibbs in position. Pulls it in. There's one away. And let's take a look at this lineup. One out and the bases are empty. Here's the second baseman, Christian Koss.
Circle change. Low middle.
It just misses. Ball and no strikes.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Skies it out towards left center. Sirota moving under it. And makes the catch.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 7, Will Leonard.
Not close with that one.
Knuckle curve. Middle outside. Four-seam fastball. High outside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Went around. Strike three. Not an easy call there, but that will end the inning. They're set. Welcome back. And on the hill today, Carson Whisenhunt. Here's what to expect. You can see from the numbers that he's done a good job limiting opposing batters this season. They're hitting under 250 against him. It's not all about the strikeouts when you do that. You have to move your pitches around, mix speeds, and keep hitters off balance. He'll do well if he can execute like that in this one. On 0-1, the delivery. Ouch, that one drills the pitcher. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the lefty. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher will want to keep this on the ground for the double play. Swings and sends a laser to right. There's one down. Take a look at this lineup. Plenty of pop for this offense this season as they lead the league in homers. We might see the pitchers nibbling around the edges of the strike zone today, trying to induce a bad swing, but aiming too fine can wind up backfiring, and one mistake could be catastrophic. To short, could be two. Good feed, that's one. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. The River Cats at the plate here in the second inning. Knack, 28 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2020.
Circle change. Middle inside.
And that drops in for a strike.
Knuckle curve. Low outside.
That's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Popped up. DePaula drifting towards this one. One up, one down.
That is hit. The center fielder, number 9, Jonah Cobb.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball, that's down.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
The 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Four-seam
One out and the
fastball.
base is empty.
Low outside.
Ball, that's low.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Circle change. Low middle.
Line drive for a base hit. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single. You talk about strong hands, he's got them. That one was inside, and it got pretty deep in the zone, and he's still got enough of it for the hit to the opposite field. Now the third baseman, Jason Cruz. Pitch misses inside,
That's inside.
and that's ball one.
Circle change. Low outside.
The left-handed batter waits. Little chopper rolls foul.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one fouled off.
Knuckle curve. Low inside.
Runner on the go. In the air out to right. That's back. Gets there. Got it. Just missed that one a bit. A half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Ball one.
Circle
Two
change.
gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. That pitcher should be thanking his lucky stars after hanging that changeup. He knows he got away with one. That's in there. 1-2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Fly ball to right. Makes the catch. Inning over. They leave one runner on base. Midway in the second, no score yet. Bottom half of inning number 2. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Alex Freeland.
Hey!
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Rushes this one to left and forget about it. That is a no-doubt home run. Well, that'll fire up the home crowd. Home run number 5 on the season. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. He's been on an upward trend at the plate recently. A lot of good at-bats. When you start stringing them together, the front office definitely takes notice. He knew it as soon as he threw it. Hanging breaking ball. And he crushed it for a homer. Close one, but doesn't get the call. You know, I thought that was a strike, and yep, here's a challenge. And that one did find the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Here comes the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. 0-2, and the delivery. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Looked like he was a little behind on the fastball. Might have been trying to sit back for the breaking ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. Now 1 out.
Batting fifth, the first baseman,
Nobody on with 1 out. And now it's going to be Josue De Paula.
Aye.
Here's a grounder right side. Will do it alone. Got the out.
batting seventh, the shortstop, Miller.
And that's in for a strike. Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and he got the take, so he's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. Ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. That keeps the inning going. Everything came together on that swing. It's a nice, simple approach there. Sent that one back through the middle for a clean base hit. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Mike Sirota. Making a lot of contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. On to the next inning, and here's the first baseman, Buddy Kennedy.
Aye.
Wasn't interested in that high fastball to start. I wonder if he wants something lower.
4-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Strike 2. Down 0-2, and now you have to shorten up and just find a way to put it in play. Maybe gonna have to fight 1 or 2 off. Knapp settles under this one. And a quick out number 1. Just what he was hoping for, throwing that high fastball. Weak contact, and they get the pop out.
Circle change. Low inside.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So 1 on now with 1 away.
Now batting, designated
To the top of the order we go. Stepping in, Luis Matos. He didn't start
That's
his
the
windup
ball.
before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. Ahuna leading off of first with 1 out. Grounder to second. Into the outfield, base hit. And they hold the runner at second.
now batting, Comets.
That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Circle change. Low inside.
Runners at first and second with 1 out. This one to right. Tibbs gets under it. And there's 2 down. So digging in, Will Brennan. Down the middle for a strike. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. We're here in the top half of the third. First and second, 2 down. Pitcher softened him up with a couple of changeups. Might be time to go to the heater. Swing, and that ball smashed on the line. And that's the end of the inning. 2 left on base. They're trailing here, 1-0. All set for the bottom of the third. Digging in for the Comets, Chucky Robinson. Cut on and missed. It's 0-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. Encarnacion under it and makes the catch. That's a well-executed pitch. He got him out in front on the pitch away and earned the flyout. One out and the base is empty. And very quickly, it's 0-2 to the DH. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Oh, and 2, here's the pitch. This one the other way. Pulls it in, 2 away. One of those plays that just goes to show that not everything is within your control on the baseball field. Batter did everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. Nobody on and 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. 0 for 1.
Hey!
Lines this one to center. And that's that. 3 innings in the books in this one. Oklahoma City out front, 1-0. Top of the 4th inning with the Rivercats at the dish.
Four-seam fastball.
It's been a good outing so far on the hill, but he's not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. If he doesn't get a little more efficient, things could go south. Sliced hard, but foul.
Four-seam fastball.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. 1 run leading off the 4th. Swing and a base hit. The tying run is aboard. And he's got a multi-hit game now, which has to feel especially good after his recent lack of results. That's some textbook batting. Found a pitch in the heart of the zone, held back just a hair longer, and then he stepped through it and ripped it the opposite way. the plate, Dason Cruz.
Hey!
Four-seam fastball.
There goes the runner. Pitches in for a strike. Go to second, and he's safe. And now the tying run is into scoring position. Nice eye right there. What a take with 2 strikes. Into center. Sirota has this one sized up. 2 down.
Now back, catcher Daniel Defense.
Four-seam fastball.
Just
Back
missed.
inside.
Four-seam fastball.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Four-seam
Oklahoma City up by a run. Top half of the 4th. That one missed.
Down.
On 3-0, most minor leaguers are taking all the way. We'll see if he can find the zone.
Yeah.
That's in there. Strike 1. He thought that was a ball, and he'll challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. They've only got 1 challenge remaining.
Four-seam fastball.
3-1, here's the pitch. In the air to left center. Ward on the move to the gap. Gets there. Got it. 1 left on base. They still trail 1-0. Welcome back. The Comets at the dish in the bottom of the 4th. My favorite concessions food here in Oklahoma City has to be the fried onion burger. Really, who doesn't love a patty topped with caramelized onions and washed down with a cold root beer? 1 away. Curveball drops in there. That one in the dirt. Got the batter swinging. 2 outs already in the home 4th.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Let's take a peek at his pitch usage in this one. Base is empty with 2 out. Next up for the Comets, Ryan Ward. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 down and nobody aboard.
Ball 1.
Pitch misses. Ball 2. And that drops in for a strike. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets him down 1-2-3. On to the top of the 5th. Oklahoma City on top, 1-0. We're in the top half of the 5th. And now the first baseman, Buddy Kennedy. Kennedy, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2017. Ground ball to second. Picks it up. And there's 1 down. On that pitch, he didn't recognize the changeup early enough and just rolled over on it as a result.
Four-seam fastball.
Lifted in the air to left. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the order here. And now, Luis Matos, 1 for 2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Knuckle curve. Low middle.
2 outs and nobody aboard. And that one is in the dirt.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Ripped into right center for a base hit. Around first, hustling for 2. And it's a 2-out double. We hear a lot about how the numbers turn against the pitcher the 3rd time through the order, and that might be what's happening here. Looking at the manager, he may have a decision to make. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Tying run at second base. And that's too high. Man at second with 2 down. Foul ball there. Swings and lifts a high fly ball out to left. Towards the line. And you can't forget it. It just got out of here. What a job to keep that one fair. On a breaking ball, if you're out in front like he was, you're expecting it to hook foul. This time, though, he was able to stay back just long enough to tuck it inside the pole for a homer. Next to hit, Will Brennan. Miller tosses to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Comets batting.
The first baseman,
To the right side, Koss. Throw to first in time. Lifted in the air to right center. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 away here, nobody on. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Mike Sirota. This one is labeled. That is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 5 innings down. Sacramento ahead in this game, 2-1. We're back here at the ballpark. Start of the 6th. Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, Gerard Encarnacion.
Knuckle curve. Low middle.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Out to center. Sirota settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, the center fielder, number 9, Jonah Cobb.
So up next, Jonah Cox. One out and the base is empty. Fouled off left side.
Knuckle curve. Low outside.
Took a little
That's
too
a
long
ball.
on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball.
High inside.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
2-2, here's the pitch. Skies it to right field. Tibbs gets there under it and makes the catch.
Now batting, third baseman, Jason.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Fly ball to left, down the line. Towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. On we go to the bottom of the sixth. The River Cats on top here, 2-1. Chucky Robinson now at the plate. Robinson really thriving with the bat this season here at home. In the air to center. Makes a nice running catch. Some good fundamentals from the infielder as he ranged back on that play. You can lose track of where you are and start worrying that you're going to collide with the outfielder. Nice catch.
Ball one.
Home team down by 1 here in the bottom of the sixth. It's in and out of the glove. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. And now at the plate, Santiago Espinal. Blooper to right. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, right fielder, James.
And now the right fielder, James Tibbs III. Take a look at the home and away splits there. So close to getting through the frame without having to deal with the meat of the order. Can't let that single lead to a meltdown. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. That's 2 straight 2-out hits. Back-to-back base hits. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't exactly square it up, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to tie the game up, making this a crucial at-bat. Fouled off, he was late. Espinal over at second. Tibbs on at first with 2 away. Popped up. Kennedy under it. And that's the end of the inning. Top of the 7th here, Daniel Susak getting ready to hit.
That's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
One and 0, and the pitch. That one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
1-2, here's the pitch. This one in the air to right. And there's one away.
Knuckle curve. Low inside.
Swings and misses at one below the zone.
Low outside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swings and he mashes it. A soaring drive to left, and this ball is out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. Some homers just sound different, and that's a prime example right there. That baseball was wrecked. And the next batter, Maui Ahuna.
Circle change. Low outside.
Short hop liner handled it short, and they get the out.
Circle change. Low middle.
Two away, bases empty, but one run so far this inning. Here in the top half of the seventh. This one lifted to center field. That one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double, third hit of the afternoon. He's put together a really excellent game with the bat. Right there we saw a fastball that was piped, and he was licking his chops as that thing was coming in. Great cut. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Koss, already with a two-run shot back in the fifth inning, and he's looking to add to that impact right now. In the air, right field. And that is a foul ball.
Circle change.
Off the mark there, and the count 2-1. Out in front, ripped foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch downstairs. And it's 3-2. Will Brennan in the on-deck circle. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 3-2 pitch. Hard hit, right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the seventh, Ryan Ward getting ready to hit. Movement in the bullpen. Jason Foley appears to be getting loose. Beck getting loose as well. Not close with that one, but still chase. That's a strike. What confidence to go back-to-back with those sliders. And now the hitter's in an 0-2 count without a clue what's coming next. Left field. And there's one down. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, chases that one, darting out of the zone. Still good life on that pitch late in this game. Line to left. And now 2 away. 2 down now, and the batter will be the shortstop, Noah Miller. Switch hitter batting righty against the lefty on the mound. Pop up, foul on the right side. Kennedy should have this one. Gets there, got it. We're headed to the 8th. We're in the top of the 8th. Will Brennan digs in now.
Ball one.
Knuckle curveball.
1-0, here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right.
Four-seam fastball.
Here's the 1-1. He swings and fouls one off.
Circle change.
And 1-2. Just
Ball, that's
missed.
out.
And we're getting an ABS challenge from behind the dish. And the call stands, it was a ball. That knocks him down to one challenge left.
Circle change.
Pitch
Oh,
misses
that looks
there,
good.
and the count is all filled up. Wow, he's showing outstanding discipline with 2 strikes. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Looks like he was sitting off speed fouling that fastball back. On the ground to first,
Foul.
and it goes just foul. Now the payoff pitch. And he
That's
grounds it
foul.
to the right side, and that's just foul. That one misses. It's a leadoff walk. It definitely wasn't easy, but earned the walk after a long at-bat. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Landon Knapp won't go any further. 2-run ball game as the starter heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Righty reliever out the pen, Will Klein. Coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. That one finds the zone. 0-1. There's a strike. With 2 straight strikes on the inner half of the plate, that leaves the batter vulnerable away. Maybe something off speed. And makes the catch. And now the center fielder, Jonah Cox. So good with that cutter. He's able to move it left and right. That can be really effective.
Ball,
Check
that's
swing,
out.
that's a ball. Runner at first, 1 away.
That's outside.
Four-seam fastball.
Next pitch, he moves into scoring position. Ground ball to second base. Freeland, and plenty of time to first.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Good rip, but that 98-mile-per-hour heat just a cut above. Swing and a miss. Out to short. Miller on the run, throw to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. 1 runner left on base, but they still lead it 3-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jason Foley has a great slider with tons of movement. The 0-1. That one fouled hard the other way. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck out looking. And that's 1 away. The leadoff hitter retired in the 8th. And now, Chucky Robinson. The righty-lefty splits there. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Not a great showing from their offense so far. One of these hitters has to find a way to spark something and get them some runs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Hitters chasing the slider, and now the pitcher can expand the zone. Try to tease a swing at a ball that runs away from the hitter. And here's the 0-2. Out to short. And there's two away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9. Captain. You're on.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. With a sinker in the arsenal, I wouldn't expect him to throw many more high fastballs. That's not one of his primary locations. Much more likely to work around the knees. Strike two. Two straight swings to start this AB, and he'll need to show more discipline if he doesn't want to whip. And a swing and a miss. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down here. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Daniel Susak now at the plate. That one ripped, but foul.
Four-seam fastball.
Outside. 0-1 now. Out in front and foul to the left side. He didn't start his windup before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. Here's the 1-2 offering. Close,
Nope, that's the ball.
but call the ball.
Four-seam fastball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Sweeper.
Next pitch is outside. That one misses. It's a
That's
leadoff
ball
walk.
Ball.
Might
That's
have released
inside.
that curve a little too soon. Backed up on him a bit.
That's ball two.
Four-seam fastball.
Very high with that one. 3-0.
Four-seam fastball.
Right through there for a strike. Dash down the right side, but foul.
Four-seam fastball.
And now the full count offering. Foul will see another payoff pitch. He's doing a good job of changing speeds. First the off-speed stuff, then the heat. Now the hitter's off balance.
Nope.
And that's ball
Ball
four.
four.
And I'm a bit surprised he went to the off-speed there. If it's a fastball, less of a chance of walking. And now the shortstop, Maui Ahuna, 1 for 3. After walking the last hitter, he just reached back for some extra velocity and pumped that fastball
Yep,
by
that ball
for a
went out.
strike. That's a good way to reset after giving up the free pass. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Can't be swinging at pitches that low, particularly in a double play situation like this. Hard hit to right center. Sirota on the move to the alley. Gets there. Got it. Runner tags and will move up to third. Nice read by the runner to move up and put runners on the corners. Now they can bring in the run on the sac fly. And a strike burns through at triple digits. Tough spot for the pitcher, but that's how you want to attack it. Rips this one to short. There's one. Double play. What a swing turn to end the inning. So they work around a pair of walks in the inning. 2-3-4 to lead off in the bottom of the ninth. The River Cats out in front, 3-1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Randy Rodriguez. aiming to lock down the game and pick up the save. Now the third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
The third baseman, number 4, Santiago Espinal.
Ball.
Rodriguez, an all-star just last year. He works with a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. On ground ball, that's a base hit. And that is going to bring the tying run to the plate. And he's just giving them a big lift. They've got an outside shot at coming back now. Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss out in front of that. When he enters the game, hitters know they'll have to deal with that excellent velocity. Even with it being more common for pitchers to throw hard nowadays, it's still very impressive. Swings and misses, struck the batter out, and there's one down. Good location on that heater, top of the zone. That's the modern approach with the fastball, trying to get good ride on it. Swing wasn't on time, but tough to get good contact on it, even if it had been. And here at the plate, Alex Freeland pops this one up on the infield. And two away now.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ryan Moore.
And that's off the inside edge. Oklahoma City with the tying run at the dish. Next pitch, in for a strike. Late on that fastball. Rodriguez is just one strike away. That misses the zone. Out 2-2. Good eye on that pitch. I know it turned out to be a ball, but it very well could have been strike 3 to end the game. That would give you nightmares. Fights it off, we'll see another. Tying run waits at the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the ball game. The River Cats claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. And your final score, 3-1. Thanks for dropping by and joining me and our wonderful crew here on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Time for some AAA baseball in the Pacific Coast League. It's the Sacramento River Cats and the Oklahoma City Comets. Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes away. So just about set now. And towing the slab in this one, Gavin Stone. But he hasn't exactly been terrific here on his home mat. Quite the strikeout to walk ratio he's posted this season, better than 4-1. That is elite control, and it usually leads to a whole lot of success when you can avoid beating yourself with walks. Obviously, you need to limit hits as well, but he's showing some high-level skills on the mound. And here is Luis Matos. And we're underway. Matos called strike. Here's the challenge. And that was about as close as it gets, but it was a ball after all. Still 2 challenges left for him. Here's the 1-0 offering. And swing and miss.
Circle change.
Swing lifted to left field. Sirota has this one sized up. 1 up, 1 down. Let's check out the lineup.
The second baseman, Casey Smith.
Circle change. Low outside.
Aye!
4-seam fastball. High now.
Bash down the right side, but foul.
Circle change. Low inside.
It's in and out of the glove. But wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time there was to spare. Coming up now to the dish for Sacramento, Dason Cruz.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Aye!
Circle change. Middle outside.
Down 0-2, swings through it.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
That's a little bit low.
Damn.
That was well spotted, but he couldn't get the call from the plate umpire. But he's handling it well, and he might get that call later. That one in the air to center field. Gorski moving under this one. And makes the catch. End of a half inning of play, no score. Welcome back. Number 46 on the bump in this one, and he's one of the highest-ranked pitching prospects in the Giants organization. A lot of excitement in San Francisco for what he can bring in the future. And now, Matt Gorski. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1. Not likely he'll have much success swinging at the high heat like that. On the mound, he might as well keep going back to that pitch. That's a slider for a strike. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Down to first. Out. 1 away on a drop third strike. And let's take a look at this lineup. Someone who energizes this lineup in part with his legs, Mike Sirota.
Aye!
One out and the base is empty. Swing and a rocket. It's carrying. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
Coming up through the dish for Oklahoma City, James Tibbs III. On fire at the dish lately. Batting average this month over 400. Grounds this one up the middle. To first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. They go down 1-2-3. River Cats
Leading
at the
off
plate
for
here in the second
Sacramento,
inning.
The left fielder, Encarnacion.
Slider. Middle outside.
On the ground to third. Bounces into the outfield for a base hit. Runner on base to start the inning. That at bat was over in the blink of an eye. Rolled over on that one a bit, but still managed to put enough behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. The 0-1. Fly ball left field. One down.
That is good. The catcher,
Jesus Rodriguez, now at the plate, had the day off yesterday. Dodge changeup, a four-seamer, a two-seamer, a slider, and occasionally mixes in a cutter. And a 1-1. Runner on the move. And a base hit right there. Round second headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Now they've got a good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring position.
Two-seam fastball. Low inside.
No score here in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. In this spot, he knows he has to execute. Looking for either a strikeout or a double play. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Now here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike offering. Another coming up. Not sure I like that location. Pitcher might be better off busting him in on the hand so he can't. And a swing and a miss. Huge K there. Had to get the strikeout with the infielders playing back. That sets up a pretty big 2-out at bat. And the next batter, Buddy Kennedy. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Hey!
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in the top of the second. And that drops in for a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Oh, and this one gets away. Throws to second, but he's in there easily. Here's the 1-2 offering. On the ground to third, Espinal. And plenty of time to first. And that ends the inning. They strand a pair. Midway in the second, no score yet. Bottom of the inning, here's the left fielder, Mike Sirota.
The left fielder, number 8, Mike Sirota.
On the ground to third, Cruz. Now 1 out.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swings through it for the K. Already 2 gone in the home half of the second inning.
First baseman, number 9, Keston.
2 down now. Digging in for the Comets, Keston Hira. Swing, ground ball out to short. Play made, that ends the inning. We're at the end of 2. No score. Top half, third inning. Stepping to the plate for Sacramento, Maui Ahuna.
Ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
The next
That's a
pitch
ball.
misses. Now 2-0.
Circle change. Low inside.
And that drops in for a strike. That's a sneaky pitch right there, down 2-0. A lot of hitters will sit fastball in that count, so a changeup can be extra effective. Righty comes to the plate. Can't come up with it. Put the throw to first easily in time, and that's the first out.
Now that designated hitter, Luis Mata.
Four-seam fastball.
There's a strike. Top of the third, no score. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. He didn't like either of the first two he saw, and now he has to battle down 0-2. That one down the line. Hero steps on the bag. First two batters gone in the top of the third.
The batter number 10. Second
Let's
base,
break down how he's using his pitches in this one.
Smith.
Now it's the second baseman, Casey Schmidt. 0 for 1, grounded out the first time around.
Slider. Middle outside.
Slider
Outside,
misses
that's a
away.
ball.
Two-seam fastball. High middle.
Fouled back our way, and that's out of play.
Circle change. Low inside.
1-1 pitch now. Line drive.
That ball's
and
foul.
that's just foul.
Four-seam
2 outs,
fastball.
base is empty.
High inside.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Circle change. Low inside.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
2 outs and nobody aboard. And a base hit. And that extends the inning. No fear with 2 strikes. Really good approach at the dish. Right there we saw a fastball that was tight. He was licking his chops as that thing was coming in. Great cut. We're here in the top half of the third. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And there's a fly ball deep to right. This one on its way. Out of here. It just clears the wall. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. When he throws a changeup with that velocity, it can be dangerous since the hitter has a better chance of catching up to it. That's exactly what he did at the plate. Belted it out for him. Encarnacion in the box now. No balls and a strike. And here's the 0-2. That's
Ball,
inside.
that's in.
With the two-seamer in there, that sets up the pitcher to throw him the slider away. That's a lot of territory. This one is labeled. That one's back there. It's off the wall. And it's a 2-out double. And that makes it 3 hits in a row for this lineup. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle, a hitter's dream. Pitcher's nightmare. 0-1 now. There's a strike. Got the batter swinging for the K. That ends the inning and prevents things from getting out of hand. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. As we go to the last of the third, stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Josue De Paula. Comes up empty, chasing that one in the dirt. Looked like he had his mind made up to swing no matter what on that pitch. This one to third. And one gone as they make the play.
Batting eighth, the shortstop, Taylor Young.
Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Pitcher blew that by him at the plate, and I'm sure he's smiling after that. If the hitter's laying low, though, it could get interesting later in the AB. Tosses to first. Two straight retired to begin the bottom of the third.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
Bases are empty with two away. Eliezer Alfonso, the next to hit. Not getting the desired results at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games. The 0-1. And swing and a miss. With his teammates driving in a pair, he wants to make this an efficient inning so they can get back up to the plate and tack on some more runs. Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down and nobody aboard here in the back end of the third inning. And it's a blooper to left. And it's foul. Oh, 0-2, and the delivery. Pops it up, foul on the left side. Gets there, got it. 9 straight set down here to start the game. It's the start of the fourth. The batter now, Jesus Rodriguez. This one's hammered to left center, well struck. That's down, one hops off the wall. Around second now, going for third. And she announces her arrival at AAA with a triple. What a moment.
Hey! Circle change.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Gets a piece, stays alive. In the air, right field, well hit. It's got a chance. And out of here. It's often so difficult to get the bat to a hard fastball in that location, and even harder to hit with power. What a job right there to keep the hands in and smoke that one for a home. Took a little too long on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. 2 runs in to score in the inning. Top half of the fourth. And now at the plate, Buddy Kennedy. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Just can't catch up to the heat. Ground ball to third. Stops it on the slide to first. Nicely done for the out. Drops in for a strike. Ahuna thought that pitch missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a whisker out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. That ABS review sponsored by Gloucester and Tiresias Optical, innovating vision care since 1887 in Jericho, New York. Try their new daily contact lenses that fully dissolve after 24 hours with a 99% success rate. To the top of the order we go. Next up, the designated hitter, Luis Matos. And that one fouled off.
Circle change.
2 outs and nobody aboard. Fouled off down the right side. That one is absolutely pummeled into the corner, but foul. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. What a take with 2 strikes. And this one lifted to left. Sirota moving under and makes the catch. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Welcome back. The Comets at the dish in the bottom of the 4th. There's a museum here in Oklahoma City that is devoted to nothing but animal bones. Lots of skeletons there. If you're okay with the macabre, it seems like a good time. That one ripped, but foul. This one to right. Can't get there. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Got the hitter down 0-2, but then put that pitch right over the middle, and he collected the single because of it. Swings through that one, 0-1 now. It's in the dirt and kicks away from the catcher. No advance, though. And he just continues rolling out there, looking really confident on that 3-pitch K. Man on at first. Now at the dish, James Tibbs the third. 0 for 1 so far. Swings through that one for strike 1. More than 80% of his first pitches are strikes so far. That's a good sign for this outing. Grounder up the middle. The flip. There's one. Outstanding play. Inning over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left aboard. On to the top of the 5th. The River Cats lead it 4-0. All set for the start of this inning. Digging in for the River Cats, Casey Schmidt.
2-seam fastball. Middle outside.
And a ground ball to first. Steps on the bag, and the leadoff batter retired in their half of the 5th.
Now batter, third baseman, Jason Cruz.
2-seam fastball. Middle outside.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Cruz, 26 years old, and he's a native of Aruba. And that drops in for a strike.
Circle change. Middle outside.
And it's a pop-up. 2 up, 2 down. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe. The kind of pitch hitters dream about. So 2 out. Farrar Encarnacion getting ready to hit. Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed going yard. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Circle change. Low outside.
Hey!
We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 down and nobody aboard. That's a liner to left. Gets there. Got it. Offense held in check here. Last half of the 5th coming up. Sacramento with the lead, 4-0. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Comets batter.
The left fielder, number 8, Mike Sacramento.
Hey!
He's done well so far, but we'll see what adjustments the heart of the order make for him the second time around. In the air to the right. And there's one away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Fly ball left field. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 9, Keston.
And here's the first baseman, Keston Hira. 0 for 1. Swings and misses. Strike 1. The River Cats up by 4. Bottom half of the 5th. This one high in the air, out to left center. That is the inning. They go down in order. We're back here at the ballpark. Start of the 6th. Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, Jonah Cox.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And that drops in for a strike.
Circle change. Low middle. Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Fights that one off. We'll reset and do it again.
Slider. Low outside.
And now the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Freeland. Throw to first in time. So up next, Jesus Rodriguez. Manager out of the dugout, time to make a change. Gavin Stone departs. Got them some innings, but they did not come easy. New pitcher coming on, and we'll be back after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Righty
Comets,
reliever out of the pen, Ben Kasparius. One thing to bear in mind, not a lot of homers surrendered this season. That is always valuable in a relief arm. Splits the middle, that's a strike. Strike 1. 1 out and the base is empty. He swings and drives this one to deep left. That one's gone. And they boost their lead. It's 5-zip. That's home run number 3 for them in this ball game. They've certainly got the power bats booming here. Seems safe to say that he got what he was looking for on that pitch. Great job to square it up and send it out. Line drive, that's a base hit. So one on now with one away. No time wasted here. Great job to step through that and line it the other way for a knock. That's the kind of thing hitters work on consistently. He's swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a fine job keeping it close right there. That's a case of a batter committing too early on a swing. He'd stay back a moment longer. Maybe he lays off it for a ball or at least adjusts and fights it off foul. Now a chance for Maui Ahuna. One run in the inning so far. And we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. No throw, safe down at second. Staying aggressive even with the 5-run lead. This is really a reflection of the modern game where lineups can pile up the runs in a hurry. On the ground to first, and it goes just foul. Runner at second, 2 down. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The inning is over, and it could have been worse. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And the lead is now 5-0. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Josue De Paula.
De Paula.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Once again, he's ahead 0-2, and he's got the power in this at bat. This pitch popped up. Cruz should have this one. One up, one down. With all these first pitch strikes, he's clearly not afraid of contact. This is an aggressive and effective approach. On the ground to short, Ahuna. And that's an out.
Now batting, the catcher, Eliezer Alfonso.
So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Eliezer Alfonso. First time up was a pop-out. Out on the mound, he's been throwing lots of strikes, so the hitter might decide to be aggressive over the middle. Sure, he's got good stuff, but you can't hit it if you don't swing, and he's not missing the zone.
That's down.
The River Cats, ahead by 5. Here in the bottom of the sixth. In the air, out towards right center. Pretty deep. That ends the inning. Make it 6 shutout frames out there now. We go to the top of the 7th. Luis Matos getting ready to hit.
Yeah.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Close, but ruled a ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside. Sweeper. Middle outside.
And the 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Sweeper. Low outside.
He didn't start his
That's ball
windup before
two.
the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball.
Middle outside.
Took a little
That's
too
ball
long
three.
on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. Now the payoff pitch. Got the batter swinging. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That one fouled hard the other way.
Curveball. Low outside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and lofts one to deep center. Is this one going to go? That one is gone. It just got out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. It's a party at the plate for him in this ball game. 4 homers now. Seems like they enjoy taking 360-foot laps. He got to 0-2, but then left that last one in a hittable location. Props to the hitter. He got good pitch recognition and sent that one out. One down, and now it's going to be Jason Cruz. He's already gone yard in this game. Here's a chopper up the middle. Young on the run. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Oh, and 1.
Sweeper.
2 outs, bases empty.
Outside.
Strike 2. Quickly in a 2-strike count. We'll see how aggressive he is at the plate.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
This pitch popped up. Espinal under this one. And makes the catch. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Bottom of the 7th, Matt Gorski getting ready to hit. Gets that fastball by the swing upstairs. He's been remarkable with first pitch strikes, over 90% in this game. Because he's pitched so well to this point, I think the hitters need to adjust. They have to attack on the first pitch. Chances are it'll be in the zone. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. Leadoff batter set down to open the 7th. Just couldn't get on time with a heater in that at bat. 3 straight fastballs, and he ends up with the strikeout. Fly ball to right. Out number 2.
Now back, the designated hitter,
James Tibbs III will hit next. That one
Nope, that's a ball.
close, ruled a ball. That looked like a strike to me, as we'll get a challenge. And on further review, it was a strike. So they still have both challenges. The River Cats up big in this game. Here in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch. That one way inside.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Two-one pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Gets on base and keeps it going.
now batting,
Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and I don't think that one is going to break up his rhythm too much. Gotta say, he's been terrific with his command in this one. So digging in, Mike Sirota. Take a look at the home and away splits there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Rocks and fires. In the air to left. That one's carrying. Makes the catch. Inning over. Another scoreless inning. That's 7 shutout frames now. Sacramento ahead in this game, 6-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kyle Hurt has had some trouble keeping the ball in the park this season. Coming up now to the dish for Sacramento, Jonah Cox. 0 for 3. Fly out, a ground out, and a strike.
Overhand curve. Low middle.
Fly to left. And a quick out, number 1. And a double would complete the cycle. Looks like it was a little bit up. Hurd goes 6 feet 3 inches. He throws a changeup, a 4-seamer, a 2-seamer, a curve, and he mixes in a slider.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul ball there. That fastball was very hittable, but the swing just a touch too early. Pitcher needs to adjust. And 1-2. Line drive, short hop to third. Fires over to first. That's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Now that's the right fielder, number 16, Turner Hill.
Nobody on and 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Turner Hill. He's already homered in this ballgame.
Middle outside.
Liner into center. And that's the 3rd out. They're set down in order. Bottom of the 8th, Keston Hiura digs in now.
The first baseman, Keston Hiura.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Still good life on that pitch late in this game. Grounds it to short. Collects it. Throw to first. Out! What a play! And there's 1 down.
Right fielder, first way.
He breaks his bat. And plenty of time to first. I think he might break into a strut out there on the mound. Shattered his bat at the plate and then handled the grounder before throwing him out at first. I'm sure he's feeling good out there. Stepping in, Taylor Young. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Swings through it. That's not one of the best swings you'll ever see. Got jammed badly. Struck out swinging. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Buddy Kennedy getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a knock. He makes the turn and digs for second base. Chance of a 3-bagger. And he announces his arrival at AAA with a triple. What a moment. In the dirt. Next offering misses. And now 2-0. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores. Next is the designated hitter, Luis Matos. 0 for 4 so far. He's flied out twice and also grounded out and struck out. 1 run in the inning so far. Here in the top of the 9th. Struck out looking for the backwards K. And a strikeout. That's out number 1 here in the 9th. And that one did miss. The strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for him. Tapped softly on the ground, Espinal. And there's 1 down. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss late on that one. Strike 2. Late on that swing, and he was probably trying to stay back for something off speed. Fly ball, right field. And 2 away now. Here's the third baseman, Dason Cruz. Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and he got the take, so he's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. Swing and a high fly to left. And that's that. Bottom of the 9th coming up, and we'll see if we witness a shutout after the break. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Joe Whitman. Not a big strikeout pitcher, forces contact to get most outs. That's in for a strike. Great job out of the pen spotting pitches down and away like that. Even if the batter gets the head of the bat there, it's hard for him to do much damage. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. He must have been sitting on something off speed. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Leadoff hitter retired here in the 9th. Efficient work on the mound there. Next up for the Comets, Matt Gorski, 1 for 3. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, 1 out. Up the middle, Schmidt. Whips it to first in time. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. And that's into the corner. The relay in at second with a 2-out double. Everything came together on that swing. That's some textbook batting. Found a pitch in the heart of the zone, held back just a hair longer, and then he stepped through it and ripped it the opposite way. And now the DH, James Tibbs III. Ahuna. On On to first. Ball game. This one ends 7-0. For our whole outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. We'll see you soon.